Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the YouTuber Succession game of Crusader Kings II, Holy Fury, where I am currently playing as King Mordred the Bottomless of Gotland. In the previous episode, we spent most of it raiding West Francia, or France as is now known, Wessex, Cornwall, and we are currently in the process of rallying our troops once again, having just bailed out these guys, which was good. We did gain a bit of renown. I can't say exactly how much we gained from it though, but we should have gotten quite a lot for killing the peasant army. We do seem to be taking attrition here, which is kind of crazy. Seems to be because of the winter. But as soon as... no, still just 0.2. As soon as the ships arrive, we'll be able to gather together, head back to Gotland, or probably Erland, and then go and attack the English somewhere. So let's jump on the ships and do that. Okay. It's about as quick regardless of where we go. The other thing we could do, and I wish I'd thought of this actually, is do a prepared invasion of something. You know what? I'm going to drop my units. I think I'm going to leave the guys in Gotland behind. I don't need this many. 4,000. I think we're just going to use the troops from Erland and Gotland. Anyway, we need to name another character for Mus, so we're going to go Musa. Mansa Musa. It would be hilarious if she became a Queen of Mali. With my great martial ability, I have rounded up and executed robber bands that were plaguing Lordland. And we built a hill fort. Excellent. So, we could upgrade the hill fort here, which would increase the fort level and the levy size. It doesn't increase the retinue size, which is a bit unfortunate. Or we could just spend some of the prestige, or money, on upgrades further. I think we're just going to try and get level 1 everywhere. So I'm actually going to grab these guys and then send them home. Now, we have no levies raised. So could I do a prepared invasion against one of these? No, I think it has to be against a Catholic. We could potentially do a prepared invasion against someone in England. Oh, no, can't even do that. How do we do prepared invasions? It's not a thing that appears there. I know they're possible. Fairly weak rulers can prepare invasions. Maybe we're just too strong. Maybe. The other thing I would quite like to do is switch my retinue for the Huscarls. So I am actually going to send these guys home. And we're going to raise 200 heavies. They will need to replenish over time, but that's fine. We can now raise our levies again. How do we want to do this? Who's Svitjot fighting right now? Swedish conquest of Savo against Savonia. So Svitjot is just going to be growing larger and larger, as is Sjeland. Pagans with succession law set to elective cavalcade are allowed to subjugate other pagan rulers once in their lifetime and become king. There's no such time limit against those who control titles within the kingdom. So if we wanted to become the king of Sweden, once Mus is of age, so 2 more years, we could try for that, though it'll piss off Svitjot no end. Their armies are really small. I outnumber them right now. So I could try and subjugate Svitjot and gain a bunch of territory. We would definitely need to have some counts at that point, but we'll probably stick most of them in Finland. And then with the resources that Svitjot give us, we might be able to go after Sjeland. Although, we would then be almost certainly in a position where Worcest would be a big thorn in Mus's side. Because of Gavelkind. But that would allow us to get upland. And if we somehow pulled it out the bag and took over Sjelland as well, and believe me, that's going to be a heck of a lot harder. 7,000 ally troops, or vassal troops. Then we would be able to reform the faith. Because we would own 1, 2, 3 holy sites. I would kind of like to reform it as early as possible. To make the Germanic faith as resilient as possible. I think I need to keep raiding. I need to keep growing the army, and I need to make sure that I have about 500 wealth. So I can hire mercenaries if necessary. It would have to be one of these guys, like this guy probably. Yeah, 450 heavy infantry is going to smash most things that they can throw at us. Okay, so in that case, let's raise the levies, group you together. But I'm going to grab you lot and I'm just going to send you home. It's 1,000 extra troops, don't think we necessarily need them. In fact, I could even just send these guys home. No, we do need them. In fact, we probably do need the guys in Iceland too. The reason for that is we want to spread our army out. Because right now the battle line would look something like this. But I also don't want to be sending too many troops out. So Dag is the Dark Leader, Mordred's over there, and then Sainthood is going to take that side. You should replenish. I don't know if you're going to replenish when we're not in friendly territory. I think you will? Maybe? I don't know, there's one way to find out. Let's go raiding. So I think we burnt most of Devon down, so I think we're going to go for Cornwall. They shouldn't be able to raise very many troops, if any troops here. No, they can't. So yes, we can definitely go for Cornwall. Take that out, and then we'd probably go to Wales and take some lands and monies over there as well. Right. Do I want to continue spending resources on building this stuff up while I'm trying to get money for mercenaries? No, I think I'm going to hold off. This is purely about the cash at this point. I may even want like 1,000 gold pieces to do this. Alright, let the raiding commence. This one we can do at speed 4. There's no way they can raise troops. Okay, Musina has been trained and would make a good fighter. She's an idolizer, which is a bit of a negative, but I think I'm going to change your Guardian to someone who's a better fighter, like me. Actually, Tobe would be pretty good. No, me. Am I proud? I actually have no negative traits. I mean, none of the vices. I have no vices and no virtues at all, which is really weird. I don't have any of the red shields or the green shields. None. Zilch. 0. So that's going to be the Castle of Cornwall. Tintagel. Looted. Keep improving relations with people. Good. Oh, they actually raised some troops. Not going to do you much good, but I'm surprised you managed to get them. Right, second question. Did you replenish at all? Nope, they actually died. Shit, so I just wasted 6... Yep, my retinue is entirely dead, so we did indeed waste that money. So I'm just going to raise them again, and they'll get numbers back home. And Cornwall has been looted in its entirety. 41 ducats out of that. That's actually kind of low. Do we want to risk Wessex again? I think we want to risk Wessex again, so we're going to turn down the speed a bit, and we'll hit Somerset. Alright, a bunch of hill forts just completed, which I think is adding more retinue. So we could actually have 2 of these units now. So 600, in fact we could have 3. 600 heavy soldiers. That's a lot. We're also going to be losing a lot of money because they cost a lot to reinforce. Yeah, being able to throw in that many troops is going to be really quite nice. 600 heavies. Plus all the hostile buildings that we've been building. I suspect we're just going to outclass our opponents. I don't know for sure, but I suspect as much. Okay, they're raising troops. I need to be a bit careful here because we are losing money. I need this to finish soon. I need to keep a very close eye on what these guys are doing. Okay, I'm going to just drop you to no maintenance for just a second. Because I'm pretty sure it's the maintenance that we're paying that's costing me that monthly balance. I don't want to go into the negative too deeply if I can avoid it. We have no center. They are still going to catch us. Okay, hold on. I'm going to give these guys to Darg. And Mordred's going to be fighting on the right. Yeah, they call us. Okay, so we have double their numbers. Their right is already half dead. And Mordred's going to be very effective at killing them. The center is holding, that's the important thing. As long as... oh, no. Okay, we beat them. It's fine. Well, in that case... I'm going to go back and continue raiding Somerset. Because that was not a retreat. We can still loot them. Katarina... who are you? Oh, you're a niece. Struggle. Life is struggle. Unfortunately, the siege has reset, but they shouldn't have any means of really fighting us now. So how come you can't build ships? Oh, you need shipbuilding level. Are you getting it? Or how would it get to you? Oh, it is. It's rising. Not exactly quickly, but it is rising. And they only need level 1, because the Viking Age is apparently already triggered. That's what Mitch told me. Mus has finished his education in diplomacy. It's evident that he has excelled in his studies. Excellent. So, we have a very studious Mus. Actually, what's my wife like? This character I never even looked at. It's not bad. So we need to find someone from Mus. So we can look for women of our religion, not married, ruler, don't care. And I think that the person that Mus marries needs to be a good fighter. Once again, I find myself wishing that I could filter by age. I quite like Tordis. In fact, are there any other geniuses here? Just Tordis. Well, we're going to arrange a betrothal, you with Mus. You are 8, so we're going to have to wait another 8 years, but I think that's fine. Mordred the Bottomless filled his ambition to groom an heir. So, at this stage, we could try to become the King of Sweden. Which would require us to go up against Svitjod. Which I am still relatively confident that we can do. King Mordred wants to become King of Sweden. If pagan with succession laws set to elective Gavelkind allows him unlimited use of subjugation CVs within the kingdom. If the Fabricate claims council emissions available, it may require a claim to Sweden with this ambition. There is also reduced costs for creating the kingdom if it does not yet exist. This ambition cannot be cancelled. I am going to need a bunch more cash for this to happen though. During the last few days, my daughter Musa has been clutching at her stomach and made frequent visits to the privy. Call the physician! What is Worsex's army looking like right now? Pitiful. So yeah, we're going to have a really good time looting all of this. In fact, I'm really tempted... Nope, that wouldn't work. To split you in half. But because the Gotland contingent is so big, wouldn't really help. Okay, so we are now earning a little bit of money. I'm going to try and raise another army, but we thrashed them last time. they're not going to have recovered enough, and we're still doing additional damage. So I'm pretty confident that we are going to be okay. We can now also rank up to hero. Our table is already full, veteran. Are you saying you want to fight me for a spot? Gunhilda rises from her seat, idly cracking her knuckles and taking a step towards me. Apparently all of the heroines of the Wolf Warriors are super butch. 24 combat. I guess you are 67. A duel? Yes, that is what I am saying. A heroic duel. My opponent looks nervous, her armour a little ill-fitting, and I briefly contemplate asking if she'd rather do this another day. A moment later I snap out of it, letting the fresh morning air sharpen my senses instead. The seasoned woman is soon to the ground, groaning in pain. Oh, she's legit. We're not going to just kill her. She put up a good fight. You have proven yourself worthy of the Wolf Warriors. I admit defeat and hereby step back from the title you now acquire. Use it well. So we are a hero. And we have... how many points? 521, which puts us next in line to lead the Wolf Warriors. Also, I still need to duel you. I can do it now. Let's do that. Okay, so as a hero, I am indomitable, which means while leading armies, I cannot suffer lethal injuries from battles. So I can't die in fights anymore, which is great. I can only die in duels or naturally, or disease, or assassination. Call to Glory enables right-clicking your own character portrait to temporarily unlock special battle tactics for your character and receive reinforcement troops from your warrior lodge, as long as the character is leading troops. That would also be useful during a war. Must remember that exists. Also Berserker. I can choose a military aspect, which will allow me to choose between a hunter, a falconer, and something else, I think. Tavar has chosen to accept the challenge to personal combat. How good a fighter am I? 86. Yeah, we're getting pretty good. My spear gleamed in the light of the wind, blew gently across my face. I moved suddenly, and in a whirlwind of blows, they were down. I left them lying on the ground and went to celebrate my victory. I walk away victorious. Yeah, I'm not going to kill you. Again, this is a legit fight. I only kill you for a wimp. And bring dishonor to the warriors. Okay, so I can hire a new steward. I'm actually noticing that we have a couple of people who would be rather enamored to me with being loyal. Mus has a level 3 steward, but no, those are absolutely awful choices and I should not do that. Right, I would like men who are, don't care if you're married, who are stewards. Alpha, there we go. I would like to invite you to the court. I can't even afford to bribe you, but I don't need to, thankfully. We're about to make some more money once this holding falls. There it is. I was told to give you this in person, the servant says, handing me a letter, the seal of Gunthilda. I think it's a love letter, master, the boy continues. From Gunthilda? I ask incredulously, snatching the papers from his hands. After reading it, I am... Wait, the 67-year-old girl that I just beat for the title. I'm going to say that I never saw this. 67. Really? Okay, so this guy has appeared. We're going to make you the steward. Excellent. And I think I'm just going to have you at home improving the domain. There aren't really any useful abilities that you have. Build legend when I'm actually going to go to war would be good, because it's free troops. But right now it's not very helpful. What's the ship doing? 81. This is a slow process. In fact, because we know that Wessex is so weak, I'm just going to speed up. And the weaponsmith in Gotland just finished. Glastonbury burned. Now, do I want to continue building you up? I mean, yes. Kind of. By kind of, I mean, yes. I'm going to add archers to you. Yeah, that's fine. And we have burned all the things. Alright, let's go to Bath. Bath is prospering, so these buildings should be worth quite a lot of money. And the wife is pregnant again. Hail, hero! It's come to my attention that Mus remains outside of the fold, and we humbly urge you to talk to him about becoming a member. I will absolutely accept that. Yo, dude, how about you join the Warrior Lodge? Even though you're not the best warrior ever? My young son smiles broadly at the encouragement. I always thought you'd never ask. I'll contact Bennett right away, father. Must report back as soon as the trial is over. He's not very good at fighting. My young son has joined me for dinner tonight and not stopped talking about his initiation duel. It was exhilarating, father. I am now one of the wolf warriors. I knew you had it in you. You actually won? Well done. Well done indeed. I had every faith in you. You're 51. I don't know how long you'll kick around. You're 11 years older than me. New wolf warriors, excellent. My wife has asked me to buy her some new clothes. I will go to the tailor. Oh, yeah, that's that army. I think it's time for you to get half payment so you can actually improve in numbers again. And that is Bath, Burning, which we got for 23 ducats. Excellent. And now we're going to get Burnham and Wells. These should go a bit quicker. And Kent is the one we burnt before. Kent actually seems to have fully recovered. So I think we're going to make a fair chunk of change here from Wessex. Maybe I'll go after Mercia, but we know that Wessex has no armies right now. So we are kind of leaving Wessex in a bad position for the rest of England, so it might be easier for others to attack them. Which just means that we need to raid other people as mercilessly as we have been them. Mercia's going to be harder to get to, like Northampton, Bedford, Oxford, Warwick, Leicester, Derby, Worcester. We can't reach any of them. A daughter was born to King Mordred. Another daughter. This is going to be... Worcester. Please, to Worcester. Get it? Young Kondo finished a... Okay, cool. Ah, we have a lot of prisoners. Let's go and ransom those two first of all. And we just get a bunch more. Of course, we're a Reaver. We're really good at getting prisoners. And that does help my finances slightly. So let's go and raid Dorset. Now we can actually see Wessex's army, which is excellent. So I think what I'm going to do... we have a positive income. I could buy in another set of heavy infantry. You know what? Let's have a block. We can loot, ransom you. Then I am going to have a block. We haven't had one for a while. Although it costs 50, doesn't it? Don't know. You have sent out summons to all your vassals for the blot, and those who have been baptized and profess to follow the teachings of the prophets will have to offer gold to be exempted. I don't have any vassals. I should probably actually have done the blot just before I tried to fight Svitjod, because then I would have had the extra morale. There's your blessed virgin now, Sickle Hildis. How can I rely on my general with their understanding of warfare so lacking compared to mine? I can teach Strigig about light foot. I will do so because there's still a lot of light infantry. Vassal opinion increases by plus 15 for 12 months. Not really relevant. Young Messina showing tendencies to be more of a doer than a thinker. Yes, that would be a kind way to describe it. So she can either become dull, or she has a chance of becoming brave. Give her a chance of being brave. Accepted the lessons. Good. Good. My son has confronted me today about my decision to have him join the Wolf Warriors. He claims that the art of war does not appeal to him and he wishes to be a scholar instead. Well, I mean, it would deeply hurt me, but you're terrible at fighting. Alright, if that's what you want. I think that means he can never join again. The feast is over, and with it the blot. And there we go, plus 15 morale of armies. It's only for a year, not 2 years, as I thought, which is unfortunate, but never mind. Report state that new recruits have been added to the army. Warren was filled with horses and cattle. Our raiders have rounded up a large flock in the main square, so I can decide which ones to pick for myself. Piety, gold, or prestige. Gold. Gold's what I need right now. So with that gold, I'm going to go ahead and hire another set of elite uber warriors of uberness. We're going to merge you together. Meanwhile, Dorset's still being burned. Rather more quickly this time. Also, can we tech up the heavy infantry now? We can. Excellent. That is very much what I would like to do. And are there any laws I can pass? Still can't do this for another 3 years. I could improve the obligations. I could also increase centralization. I would like to increase the centralization. Everyone on the council is supporting it right now. And that will actually allow me to get to my domain limit without having penalty, which would be great. I have approved it. We are now at our maximum 6 of 6, which is awesome with my 0 stewardship ability, because that's just how good I am. That's a lot of marriage ties. Oh, I could now select Gavelkind rather than elective Gavelkind. Must have reigned for 10 years. Government not tribal. So I really cannot change away from elective Gavelkind until we become feudal. Dorchester, that's everything burned. Let's go to Wessex itself. So now the boats are definitely filling with cash, which is great. Because then we'll have the 500, which I think I need for the war against Svitiod. We'll have a pretty big retinue of our own. They have a kid in charge. That's awful for them. Good for me. Awful for them. Basically means I need to pursue this war in the next 2 years. Considering the rate of looting right now, I'm fairly confident that I can make that. Winchester, that's the capital gone. Swithin. I'm surprised at the amount of loot we're getting from this. I mean, items. We haven't got any yet. None. Nada. Zilch. 0. Right, Siege of St. Swithin is done. One more, which is the town, which really shouldn't take long. And then with that, we probably will be in a position to head home. And we're done here. Boom. 24. Full. See you, Wessex. Thanks, Wessex. Meanwhile, this army is still growing. And we can get another Huskarl. You know, I'm going to start paying them the maximum, so they start replenishing a bit quicker. The conversion of Galicia-Volhynia. The tribes of Galicia-Volhynia have converted to the iconoclast faith. So the Byzantines seem to be doing a lot of converting there. I've seen Folky of Gastricland during a couple of gatherings with Wolf Warriors. I will try and help you. Folky agreed that he needs my help. In order to make him see things differently, we are to spend a few nights camping in the woods. Judging by the nervous laughter my proposal is met with, I suspect he is aware of the many dangers the wilderness holds. It is nothing for cowards, I conclude. So I could spend 17 gold. Yes, I'll bring the Fire Striker. The recent influx of looted treasure means the levy goes up. Hail, hero! We strive to better ourselves. Fight a duel. Ooh, he's quite good. Alright then. We will duel Hemming. Okay, so. Army is returned. I can now afford another section of this unit. They're quite a long way away from being full strength, and I do really need them to be full strength. So we're just going to separate you out for now. We're going to get these guys, and you're just going to continue raiding. This time we'll go for Mercia. Hemming the Grinner has chosen to accept the challenge to personal combat. So your ability is 82, my ability is 78. I might lose this. No. The fight has gone on for what feels like hours. The initial confidence that I felt has begun to wane, and my movements are getting sloppy. Then, just as my knees are about to give way under me, I swing the wooden club in a perfect half circle, causing him to fall backwards with a surprise. And that's a victory. How much duel experience do I have? 18. I've now fought 18 duels. Nice. My fellow member of the Wolf Warriors and I back from the camping trip. Any chases of his initial reluctance are gone, and I'm proud to be able to compliment him on how well he handled the experience. Thank you for this opportunity, Mordred, he says, more heartfelt than expected. You're welcome, Falky. You're welcome. Young Messina has finished her education in the ways of war. I notice with pride she has attained nothing less than a masterful level. Excellent. Would you like to become a shield maid? In fact, I could invite you to the Wolf Warriors. Smiles broadly at the encouragement. I thought you would never ask. I'll ask Bennett right away, father. And I'm going to make you a shield maiden too. Cost me money. I knew I was right to trust my gut regarding Messina. The woman has accepted my proposal and is now a new shield maiden. Huzzah! She is going to be much fightiness. My young daughter has joined me for dinner tonight and not stopped talking about the initiation duel. It was exhilarating, father. And now I am one of the Wolf Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Main army should be there. Secondary army should be there. No, other way around. Mordred should be on the flank, and then Dag should be in the centre. Right, which of you is richer? Lindsay. Then we shall go for Lincoln. And yeah, we are definitely losing money right now, but that is because we are trying to recruit up to 600 heavies. Once that is done, then they're there. And it will cost us a lot less, unless of course they start dying. Which might well happen to attrition and stuff. That is 2,100 hardcore warriors. That's 800 heavies. Yeah, let's back off. We escape quicker than they. Alright, so Mercia is a bit too strong right now. I would love to burn York. That's 500 heavies. That's a lot more heavies than we have, but we do have a lot of troops here. We outnumber them 2 to 1. They also have ooh. Are they fighting each other? They're fighting each other. Interesting. Yeah. That's fine. There's a way around that. Just sail away. Okay, so we could instead go after Northumbria. Let's go after Northumbria. Going Yordale, that's fine. So these guys have suddenly come to life. It will not be enough. Alright, Gotland tribe can upgrade again. Let's get the war camp. So everything is at least level 2. I could build a great pillar. Erect a sacred monument in the capital, serving as a gathering point for shamans and offerings to the gods, which will increase the moral authority of the Germanic faith. Costs a bunch. Yeah, no. Our moral authority is good enough. We're going to have to go and fight some of their little retinues, but I'm pretty sure we can achieve that. However, that will need to wait until next time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button so you get... No, subscribe button, so that you get notifications when I put more content live. If you haven't done so already, then please, please, please do hit that subscribe button, because as I have said in the previous 2 episodes, I'm trying to hit 10k subs. And I really want to do it by the end of the year, and we are so close, but I'm not entirely sure we'll make it. So seriously, every subscription helps. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking, or you can come hang out with me and the rest of the community at Discord, a link to which you will find in the description below, alongside all the other information. I do also stream an awful lot on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/MordredViking. If you have been enjoying this already, then you can benefit from more live interaction and talk to me directly as I am playing these games and ask questions, give advice, any of that stuff. Right, well that's it from me for now. I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.